finish off with an incredible Maisa and Nisi, 2 more minutes. Yeah? 1. Let me tell you this Maisa. Just, there's a Maisa I heard a couple times over. Incredible. There's a Maisa, there's a famous Hasidus, Varka. One of the disciples of Varka, his name was the Reb Davidel. Okay, I forgot his last name. Okay, no, complicated, like Shmilkovitz, something like that. Name doesn't matter, the story does. The Maisa goes, it was in the town of whoever it was, and Varka, we'll call it the Varka Hasidus. And one of the Hasidim came crying to the Rebbe. He said, Rebbe, I have a huge problem. He said, what's the big deal? What's the problem? He said, my daughter went off the derech. He said, okay, it happens. We're going to take care of it. He said, no, you don't understand. Not Stam, she went off the derech. She went off with a guy, and now she's in the church, and it's Pikuach Nefashis. Rebbe, we need help. And the Rebbe was taken aback. This he never encountered. And he said, give me a couple days to think on it. I'm going to think of the best strategy, how we approach this. Comes back, he tells his chassid, he says, listen, he said, give me a few days, I'm going to go out with my gabbai, and we're going to sort this out. Be'ezer Hashem. He said, okay, I trust in the Rebbe, I trust in Hashem, I hope you take care of it, thank you. He said, come back in 2 weeks. The Rebbe sits out with his gabbai, and they go after the church, they go after the monastery, and it was a long journey. 3 days out, through forests and towns and cities, and finally they arrive. And here's the Rebbe with his gabbai and their shtreimel and their talis and their tefillin, and they park themselves right in the center of the monastery, of the church. They arrive, and the Rebbe is praving regular Yiddishkeit. He takes out his talis, his tefillin, untouched. No one says anything, no one says boom. Day 1 goes by, no movement, nothing. Day 2, and the gabbai says, like, after 2 days, like, Rebbe, like, we've been here already for 2 days, like, we've probably been noticed, and, like, they're either going to kill us very shortly, or, like, let's just get out of here. It's already Higi Azman. She's not coming, she sees it here probably, and she says, give us another 24 hours. That night, the Rebbe finds a gardener, one of the maintenance guys in the monastery, and he says, did you see of this girl, this Jewish girl? And he says, of course, that's like the talk of town, that's the talk of the whole, we're so excited, we got this catch, big accomplishment for us. And he said, do me a favor, tells the maintenance guy. He says, listen, I'm writing a note, and I just want you to give it to her. I don't want to knock, I don't want to ask, I don't want to talk, I'm just asking you to give her the note. He says, okay. And the Rebbe writes, he said, hi, it's me, Reb David, and I just want to let you know I am outside. Chaysim b'bracha, David. Sends it in. 24 hours later, out of nowhere, there's a sound of shattered glass. And the girl emerges, jumps out, and the Rebbe sees her. There's not much time to talk. And the girl says, Rebbe, I'm ready to go. Let's get out of here. And the Rebbe starts asking, he said, we don't have time to talk. You don't understand, they're coming after me. Let's just run and I'll explain to you later. They start running, they get into the thick of the forest. They calm down, they stop, they're panting. And the Rebbe says, okay, now I have to understand. 3 days, I came with my gabbai. Day 1, day 2, nothing. I sent a note, you came. Like, what, makara, mapitom. What was it that caused you to come around? And the girl looked up with tears and looked at the Rebbe and said, Rebbe, I know you came on a very challenging journey through the dark, through the rain, through the forest, to come and rescue me. But that wasn't enough. He said, I saw you sitting for 3 days. When I saw you sitting without any food, without any water, without any nourishment, any sustenance, he said, I knew after 3 days you wouldn't leave, ever, until I come out. And he said, when that became a clear realization to me, when that set in my mind that was a clear reality, that you're not going anywhere, then I realized nothing in my Yiddishkeit changed, my perception of the Eibusher didn't change. But once I realized that you cared about me and that you're not going anywhere until I show up, until I come out, I said, if you care about me like that, I can't let you down. I'm not going to fail you. And because you had that hope in me, I had the hope in myself. And that's the same thing over here. Even after Karis, even when the lawn feels so dried out and there's nothing there, the Eibishter comes back and he says, Loi sichala kitziar tzechem. Don't cut yourself out. Don't shut yourself out. And whatever you can do, I have hope in you. Just do it. Small strides, small steps. Kabbalah stir is coming. It's a real thing. We're the Am HaNivchar. We have the resilience and the realization that time is of the essence, and we should come to Hashem with small Kabbalahs, small actions. It'll bring him nachas ruach. Then Mitzvah Hashem will be able to say, Asher Baruch Rabbanim Mikol Ha'amim, with the truest sense, most pride. We all be zeiche to emes Kabbalah Torah.